Yo, SiriusXM, this is Brandon Marshall. Are you ready for my mixtape? Pregame ritual is everything, and it starts with your music selection and who you're listening to. For me, it's all about the theme and the vibe. Sometimes when I want to be a boss out there, I'm listening to Jay-Z, Hove, he's king. And then there's other times where I just need to take it down south and I may be listening to Little Baby. Little Baby right now is my vibe because it's all about just taking control of the situation, and he's in control when it comes to music right now, especially in the South. How I celebrate wins, like a lot of us, is to listen to music. And for me, you got to understand there's a lot of energy and there's a lot of preparation that goes into these 60 minutes. You were talking about a whole week. So after the game, I'm actually going into a mellow stage, right? And a mellow phase. So Ho, for me, is who I'm listening to because he's not too high, he's not too low. So the perfect playlist of Jay-Z is what I'm probably going to listen to and tap into after a huge win. When I think about my youth, I think about Biggie and Tupac. I mean, they ran everything. So that was my youth, and that's who I listened to. And you can put on any Biggie or any Tupac song and ride out to it. When I think about people that are special in my life, I think about my family. That started with my mom, my dad, my brothers and sisters. Growing up, we embraced the oldies. So someone that comes to life and they're like new school, old school, and they're no longer with us, but like Whitney Houston. That reminds me of my childhood. That reminds me of those holiday times, just listening to people like Whitney Houston just take it the distance. But obviously, when you think about the oldies, you got Anita Baker, you have Diana Ross, you have some legendary men and women that just pushed our culture forward. But I gotta give Whitney Houston her flowers still. She was legendary in my house, and she was legendary in the houses of so many other people. I listen to all genres of music, big fan of classical, big fan of jazz. I'm a big fan of pop music. People would be surprised that one of my favorite artists, who's also no longer with us, is Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse is like, she's the best. Like every time I think about her, tears come to my eye. Amy, we miss you. When I think about my touchdown dance, it's going to be repetitive. The first artist and the first songs that come to mind is Jay-Z. Like Jay-Z, the way he went about his business, right? Like a lot of athletes, they get into the touchdown dances and they curate all these different moves, right? For me, it's like I catch a touchdown, I'm supposed to do this. I'm Brandon Marshall. Here's the football, Mr. Referee. And that's how Hove does his business. Hove is like, I'm Hove, I'm the greatest, right? Like, we ain't celebrating this, we on to the next, on to the next, on to the next, yeah. So when I think about the Super Bowl, I think about performance. I don't necessarily think about who have the best flow, who has the best songs. I want to see someone work the entire stadium, right? Katy Perry, the Super Bowl in Arizona. I was sitting there reporting live, and she came out with this golden something. I was like, oh my goodness. I think about Lady Gaga. I think about Rihanna. I think about Beyonce. I want to see a show. You got to be able to do both. Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson. If you're not on that level, then don't come to the Super Bowl. When I think about TV show theme songs, I think about the I Am Athlete intro song. It doesn't get any better than that. Come on. And we got a whole band that we're putting together, and we're going to have more theme songs. We're going to drop an album. I Am Athlete platform is going to be legendary. There's other artists that we're talking to. I would love, okay, we always ask artists this, okay, when we sit down on our platform, what's the one collab that you want? Well, for me, I want to collab with Moneybagg Yo. That's who I want to collab with on our theme song. When I think about my first car, I think about my 1970 Chevy Impala convertible. I think about my playlist going back to the college campus, being at the University of Central Florida. I would put on Boosie, I would put on Webby, I would put on anything down south, and I would just ride out. I would go to the local car wash my own car with my entire Dirty South playlist, and I would just just black out. It was like a therapeutic state for me. 1970 Chevy Impala with 415s in the back with the right playlist. A song that will always be with me when I think about my life, when I was a young man, and even when I get old, gray, and crusty, I think about Sam Cooke, Change Is Going to Come. That is the song for me. I'm Brandon Marshall, and I hope you guys enjoy my mixtape. I took a lot of time putting it together, and you can listen to more from me and all of the other contributors, the I Am Athlete platform, right here on the SXM app in all platforms.